What's up, y'all? Coach Raine here, back with another episode of Train with Raine. I have a very special guest today, Casey.
Hi guys,
Casey Winderbaum.
Nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, we've been working with each other for almost a year now, but wanted to have her on one of the early episodes because she has been a very influential piece in my life in this last year. When it comes to business, when it comes to life, relationships, everything, she is my right hand. I'll bounce everything off of her. So we're gonna get into it. Sound good?
Let's do it.
We got a little full body workout, got some questions. We're gonna learn a little bit about Casey today. That band is gonna go right around your ankles. We're gonna go for a little warm up. So we always start with a lower body warm up here. Starting with a little abduction. So I'm gonna slide this mat out the way. You know how we start. Step right first, step left, and we got 10 each side. Let's go for it. So there's 3, 4, you're gonna do 20 total, 10 each side. What it's gonna do, warm up all the lower body that we're gonna be using. I lost count. You know what we're doing?
That's our ADHD brain.
Did we, which one are we on?
We had 10. Let's call it 10.
All right, let's go 10. Let's go 10 more. Let's go. Right, come on. Left, there's 2. 3, 4, good. 4 more. Come on. 2 more. Good. Good, perfect. All right, now we're just gonna go straight out to the right. Left leg stays planted, right leg goes out. So Casey, tell me a little bit about yourself. What's new? What's going on in life right now? There's 5.
Well, I'm training this girl.
Okay.
She's very cool, and she really understands the purpose.
Okay.
So just some background for everybody.
Uh-huh. And let's switch. You got left side now. There you go. Perfect. Go all the way out to the side.
I own a special education company.
Oh, let's get into that. Are you not going to mention that, or what's going on? So, she didn't tell you. Casey runs a very big special education service that services multiple counties in the DMV area. Now, I will say, that did not start too long ago. How?
12 months.
12 months. So, talk a little bit about that.
So I have a team of special education teachers. We provide private services to kids in their homes. And we're 16 of us. We're in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. We work with kids all across the spectrum: autism, ADHD, emotional disorders, really any kiddo that needs support in their home.
All right, all right, we're gonna do a second round here. Now we got 10 more, let's go. Big squat with these, there you go. 2. So, what motivated you to get into working with kids of this nature? There's 5.
I feel like I'm really able
7.
to just see kiddos with disabilities, primarily those who show it on the outside,
Perfect.
right,
Take
where it's
that
more
off there.
apparent. I feel like I'm just able to see them like a friend, right?
Okay, so it's more of a
Just
friendship.
like a friend, it's like a little sister, versus like, I'm here to just help this child. I feel like it's more about building that relationship.
Gotcha. So it's more like you find yourself being able to connect with the kids even more. So we're gonna go for some inchworms here. What this is gonna do is warm up her entire body, working on some ankle mobility, little shoulder health here. So she starts feet together. She's gonna walk it all the way out. She's gonna have 5 reps here, all right? I'm gonna tuck my foot here so this mat doesn't slide too much. So, when you find a kid, right?
Yep.
Let's say you know nothing about him, absolutely nothing about him.
Yep.
What's the first question you ask a kid to learn more about them? Because you can't just say, hey, tell me about yourself.
I think sometimes I'll look around, like observe the environment first in their house. Typically, there will be some sort of a character or item in the house that gives away, like maybe something of their interest.
Okay.
Or maybe I walk in and a Frozen song is playing.
So it's really...
So that starts the conversation, really personalized.
So piquing their interest and kind of spinning it off of that.
Right.
All right, you got the last one. When you get down there, you're gonna have 20 shoulder taps. Okay. All right, so 1 to the side, 1 to the other.
All right.
Yep, walk it out. So the purpose of these shoulder taps here, a little bit of stability in the upper body here, working on some shoulder health, making sure your hands are stacked right below your shoulders here, all right? This is a great move you can do before any upper body day, and it'll warm you up. There you go. I believe that's 10. Let's do 10 more. You got it. Come on.
All right.
You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and hit that world's greatest stretch, all right? So she's gonna hit into a world's greatest stretch. This is one thing I do with every single client, every single time. It'll loosen up your whole entire body. Go for a little stretch. Loosen up the lower body.
And this is so good because I drive a lot, right?
No, so talk about that. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So if you're somebody that drives a lot, like me, what happens is your hips get so tight.
Yep.
And so when you do this stretch, it really loosens up that hip, the hip flexor, makes you feel like you have a little bit more mobility.
And so, let's talk about that conversation. So let's say you do pique a kid's interest, right?
Right.
Now you're connected with them.
Yep.
How do you turn that into, okay, it's time to learn now?
Every child is different.
Okay.
Maybe one kid needs music to get him motivated to sit down and do some instructional work.
Okay.
Maybe another kid wants a timer set. The timer is more familiar to him, and that helps him sort of reset, okay, it's time to learn now, right? And so each kid...
And so let's go that rocker stretch. So go ahead and rock back and feel a nice stretch in that hamstring there. There you go. So it's the second part of the stretch here. You rock your hips back, feel a nice stretch in that hamstring. So what were you saying?
I think every kiddo is different, right? And it's kind of like just humans, and that's where we started this conversation of like, these kids with disabilities are just regular humans like you and I, right?
Okay.
We live in a society where we're not taught like, we're taught, that might not be normal, right? But really, it's just different. And different doesn't mean something negative. Different's just different, right? Like a different body type, a different mindset.
So what is the craziest thing you ever had to do to connect with a kid on the first meeting?
I would say literally just do exactly what you feel like they're gravitating towards. For some kids, that's music. So if that means we have a dance party and incorporated into that dance party is some sort of academic objective, then I won.
So you have dance parties with the kids?
Yeah.
In the session?
In the session. Yeah, if that's what motivates them. If that's something, I have a kiddo, she'll work for 15 minutes, but when she knows that when she's done with that 15 minutes, she gets to dance around with music, she's successful. So why not?
So you play around with the rewards.
Exactly.
On the situation.
It's really more, to me, I look at it more like motivation. What motivates this child to do something that's not, instant gratification?
All right. So you feeling nice and loose there?
Yep.
So if you guys don't know this, Casey, we do a little extra mobility because she does drive a lot. She just touched on that. As a special education teacher in this area, she services a lot of people that are not actually in this specific area.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know where we are, but we're in Navy Yard. That's in the heart of DC. But the counties that you serve, go ahead and name them all.
PG County, Howard County, Anne Arundel, Baltimore, Frederick, Montgomery. Basically, anybody who lives within 45 miles of DC, that's who we go see. But the traffic around here is very bad.
There we go.
Very bad.
All right, so we're gonna go into a little movement prep here. A little movement prep, lower body first.
Get it?
This is gonna be a 3-way lunge. So I'm gonna slide this all the way out the way. We're gonna go forward. We're gonna go back.
Ooh.
You got it. Perfect. Now step towards me, because we got one more side, all right? Step towards me, because we're gonna go to the right, all right? Go to the side and fire it up. There's one, all right? So go forward first.
Oh, forward and then to the side.
Yep, forward.
Forward.
Good.
And then,
Don't forget the back one.
oh, the back one too?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
go
ready?
for it.
Forward,
There you go.
backward,
Yep,
to the side.
there you go.
Whew.
Let's get 2 more.
Forward.
Forward.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Good. One more. You got it. Yep, and perfect. Let's relax before we go for that other one. So, why
It's harder than it looks.
do you feel the need, or why did you feel like there was a need for this service? When you started the business, what was the original, hey, this is what the world needs?
COVID really screwed a lot of kids up.
Okay, get into that a little bit.
Virtual learning, most of the time, doesn't work for our kids who have more significant needs, who have more significant communication challenges.
And let's go left side, let's do it. So
And
left.
So, here.
Back, and then out to the side.
And so I just wanted to provide something that was supplementary to what they missed out on in school during COVID, when everybody was virtual. So.
Oh, don't forget the side.
Oh no, the side.
Let's go 2. There you go. One more, go for it. Forward. Good. Back. Good. And side. There you go. Take a rest. Nice and loose there,
He
huh?
got me talking, he got me working.
Yeah. So talk about that. COVID messed the kids up.
It just, again, temporarily, but there is a setback that we have to acknowledge. So I said, what if I create something that's high quality, effective, one-on-one, at home, no distractions.
Okay.
Let's see how effective the kids can be with that setup. We're doing good.
So what have you found with that setup that's different from the traditional setup?
The environmental changes for a kid when they're in the home versus in school are tremendous.
Okay.
There's lack of noise, they're in their comfort zone. So oftentimes what we see across the cases is they're more happy and regulated and focused at home.
Okay.
So they're able to really retain the information that they're being taught. Rather than they're anxious or they're overstimulated at school, less easy for them to obtain the information that they're learning at school. Does that make sense? Why we see gaps.
So it's like a home field advantage. for the
Special
kid.
education in your living room.
Let's do it. All right, so we're going into our main meat and potatoes here, the strength work. So you just warmed up. What we're gonna have today is a split squat to get started. We're going to a bridge press, and then we'll get into our upper body work. You got a shoulder press, Arnold style. You got some renegade rows coming, and you got some push-ups off this bench. Sound good?
Let's get it.
All right, we'll go a couple rounds, have some fun with it. First one, we're gonna do with just one weight, and then we'll get into 2, all right? So you're gonna step that foot back, slide thin in that front knee, and drive it straight down, and just tap and go, all right? You're gonna have 8 on each side. 8 on each side here. If you're following along with this workout, you're doing split squats first. Yep, go ahead and leave that foot back there. There you go. There you go. There's 4. Good. 6, 2 more. Good. And 8. Perfect. Rest it up. Go ahead and take a rest there. Take a rest. Take a rest. The sweater is gone. We sweating now. All right, we got left leg now.
Other leg.
All right, so here you go. Hold it tight. Hold that really close to your body. What you want to do is really engage the core. So here's how we're going to breathe. So big breath. Breathe it out as you drive up. All right?
Whew.
Remember the breath, y'all. Remember the breath.
It's not for the weak.
Not for the weak.
That's okay.
All right, left leg forward. Good. And we're going to step that right.
No, I didn't do this yet, right?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. 1. 2. Good.
You need something to focus on.
There you go. 3. 4. Halfway. You got it. Good. Come on. 6. Good. 7. Good. 8. Perfect. All right. So I'll get into a little bit of how we work while she's catching her breath. Casey is the CEO of this company. I don't know if you guys know her. She might not have described that very well, but she is the CEO, meaning she's running not only the sessions with the kids, she's running the whole operation, payroll, outreach, you name it, whatever a CEO does in the early stages of a business, she is doing it, which means she has very little time throughout the day, very, very little time. And so we have different techniques that we use to kind of get her through that. One of the biggest ones is our workouts never last longer than 45 minutes in terms of start to finish. she doesn't have a lot of time in the gym. So going past that hour mark just isn't really a reality for her. And next thing you got is a bridge press, all right? So it's gonna be one bridge, one press. You're gonna have both weights in your hand, all right? Hips go high, dumbbells go high, press, bridge.
Press, bridge.
Press, bridge,
Yeah,
all right?
sometimes he has to remind me, you know?
Yep. So one of the techniques we use are combo moves like this, where we combine a lower body and an upper body move.
Current status, can't feel the legs.
Kaboom, home test. That's why we're doing a little upper body.
That's okay, we're doing great.
All right.
Okay.
So she's gonna go one bridge, one press. She's gonna do 8 reps. All right?
Here.
Yep.
Here.
Yep, and tuck those toes in a little bit more. You want your feet to be stacked right under your knees so that at the top of that bridge, go ahead and bring your hips up. You have your feet directly under your knees.
Is this good?
Yep, fire them up. Good, one press. Oh, leave them up there. Yep, press. Good, drive it. There you go. All right, we're mixing up the reps. Leave them high, bridge. Press. Bridge. There you go. 4, halfway. So if you're following along, you guys are using your dumbbells for this. 2 more. Good. And 1 more, and relax. Perfect.
Water.
There you go. Take a little rest.
Isn't there like a SpongeBob episode where he says,
Water! Water! I think we got some over here. We got some water over here. Take a little rest. Take a little rest.
Pro tip, make sure you drink water when you
Pro
work out.
tip, make sure you guys drink water. There you go. Woo!
It's fine, it's good. It cools you down.
It's all right. We part of the game. We part of the game here.
Right, ready?
All right, so talk to me a little bit about the day-to-day stuff you do as a CEO that's not involving
Okay.
actually being in the session.
So, PSA, anybody who hears what I'm about to list, just know that this is not normal human stuff, and that I do not recommend this at home. I do not recommend you to take on the amount of tasks that I take on in a day, but most of it is just the back-end work, the framework for the programs. It's connecting with my team. I have 15 others of us. We have over 50 families. We have social skills groups. We collaborate with psychologists and speech therapists, and so I'm constantly networking, connecting, sponsoring events, signing up for events, and then just like in general, just managing what's the quality of our work looking like, how are we adjusting that, what does my team need, how can I help my families, and just how are we continuing to grow it and provide better for our families. So a lot of it is the framework, just the ideology and pedagogy behind what we do. And so that takes a lot of time and effort and thought, and then a lot of just meetings, connecting with a lot of people, email correspondence until my dear friend joined my life, and now she's our client relations manager, and she's killing it and doing a lot of good work, taking some time off of my hands. But yeah, CEO, like, it's not for the weak.
All right, you got renegade rows to start, all right? So we're going for some pulling here. Hips are gonna be high, you're in a high plank. You're gonna be pulling that weight up to your pocket here, all right? Yep. So you wanna make sure that hand is stacked. And pull. There you go. There's 1. 2. Good. 3. Good. 4. Good. Halfway. You got it.
It's heavy.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Keep going.
You got it. You got 4 more.
No mercy for the weak.
4 more. This is where we build our strength here. Main meat and potatoes. We are getting into this workout now. Let's have it. Good. 1. 2. Good. 2 more. 3. Good. And 4. Rest. You are golden. So if you could put a number
on
the amount of hours you work in any given week, if you wanted to put a number on that, what would it be?
I would say between 16 and 18 hours on average a day.
A day?
A day.
So what is that?
So there's very little sleep.
16 times 70. I'm at 70 already.
My
mind does math a little different.
But like sleep is good. Get a massage. Good, you know.
So we're looking at over 100 hours of work a week.
Yeah, sometimes a little less, like 80 if it's a really good week. You know, if it's like quiet.
So what do you do in that 100 hours for Casey? What is your self-care to get you through those long-ass hours?
Iced lattes.
Iced lattes?
Are one of my favorite things in the world.
Okay, it's a little thing.
I spend
That was so specific.
so much money. It's on my happy list. I have a list of things that make me happy. Small little baby animals, things that make me happy.
Let's rattle them off. Let's hear them.
Dogs, sushi, good sushi, high-end sushi, of course.
So we got dogs, we got sushi, we got lattes.
Like fields of flowers or corn, like I love that.
Okay, cornfields.
Pumpkin patches.
That's a little different. It's pumpkin time.
Halloween, Christmas season, specifically in Europe.
Okay, so you like the fall and winter
crazy.
more than summer. Is that what I'm hearing?
I think so. I'm not like the biggest beach person.
And last thing you got here is those push-ups.
I can't surf. I'm too uncoordinated.
All right, let's try to get 8.
Push-ups?
Yep, let's go for it. There you go.
Oh, man.
You got it. Breathe. Let's get your arms a little bit wider. There you go. Good. There's 3. There's 4. Let's get 4 more. You got it. Good. Try to drop those hips just a little bit. There you go. You want your body to be as straight as possible on push-ups. There you go. Slide your feet back 1 inch. There you go. Now go for it. Last one and rest. Perfect. So while you were doing those push-ups, I couldn't help but notice.
I'm still here.
I couldn't help but notice you had a little rock on your finger there. Something that was kind of blinding me.
So he makes the same joke that he needs to like put sunglasses on.
So let's talk about that. What's new? Don't be shy.
August 25th of this year, I got engaged to the love of my life.
Okay. So you got a lot going on.
Yep. Got engaged, booked a wedding hall. Very exciting. Weird time getting engaged, because like after the 100th person that wishes you like congratulations, it's kind of like hard to still be excited, you know? Like, no?
No,
Like he's the same way.
That's real.
Like, we're just living just like we were the last 4 years.
That is real.
Like we're still in love. We're still getting married.
So yeah, I guess that's
But
a
yes,
question.
the rock is nice, and we work out with it. It's, you know, it's drizzle proof.
Oh yeah. We always gotta make sure. One of my biggest things I take pride in is protecting the nails, and now a new side. We gotta protect the ring at all times. All right. So that's the whole set. We're gonna go through that whole circuit one more time. All right. We'll do that, and then we have a little speed round at the end. Sound good?
What about
Oh, you got it.
an adapted version?
Oh yeah. So that's what we do.
We're gonna do adapted.
So
like
second
maybe
round.
Like 15 pounds?
Yeah, we throw a little regressions in there. If you want to go heavier on the second round, you sure can. What you do is when you go heavier, the reps go down. If you want to go lighter, we'll grab some lighter weights. The reps go up just a little bit, all right? So we're going to grab some 15s.
Is it okay that I got some water on my microphone?
Oh, you should be good. All right, so we're going to grab some 15s. Let's do it.
Okay. Please pray for me.
Oh, yeah. Should be good. That's part of the workout, all right? So we're going with that 15. You're holding it up high.
In God's name.
When we go for that bridge press, we're actually going to make the bridge a little bit tougher by going a single arm, single leg action, all right? This one, you're going to stay here. You're going to go for a little pulse at the bottom and then come up out of it.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You got it. All right.
I got this.
So one of the progressions, and let's step back towards me. Go ahead, step up. There you go.
How's this?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep, so show some control at the bottom. There you go. 2, 3, there you go. 4, 5, 6, you got it. 7, good. 8, woo! Big rest.
Other leg.
Yeah, you got it,
Do the other leg.
You got it.
That's what the instructions are.
So how long have you been in special education?
So I've been working with the special needs population for like 7 years, but I'm young, so I haven't been officially teaching for so many years, only about 2.
So what's something that you know now that you could go back 5 years ago and tell Casey when she first starts working with kids of this nature?
Patience is everything.
Patience, get into that.
Patience will make the relationship successful. Patience will make your time with that child successful. It's the same really with a lot of like one-on-one service industries.
And we got that other side. Go for that other side.
When you have patience with the person, they respect you, they trust you, they feel comfortable, more calm around you. So I've learned patience is quite effective.
Have you ever had a moment when you didn't practice patience and it went well and it went bad with a kid?
Am I doing the right leg?
Yeah, you know right leg. Okay. There you go.
Yes, of course. I'm a human, you know.
Way to control that. And there you go. There's
a lot
4.
of deep breaths.
A lot of deep breaths.
A lot of just talking to the child like they're a friend.
There you go. So do you feel like you have a unique perspective on the world because you communicate with so many kids?
Yeah, I think it allows you to just see people for who they are, you know?
That's rare. That's very rare in this day. All right, so we're going through the timeline. So you started 6 years ago.
Yeah, about 7, now 7.
About 7, and what was the track like? Where did you get your start?
Started as sort of like a behavioral intern. Worked at some schools as an assistant. Built some good relationships. Graduated with my bachelor's, passed the special education teacher exam.
Got you.
Started teaching that same week. Taught for about 2 years, started the business a year ago.
So
here we are.
So you were teaching in a school setting first?
Charter school.
All right, so talk a little bit about that. What is different about a charter school versus in-home? What are the challenges? What are maybe some benefits that helped? And so what we're gonna do now, bridge, press. All right, left hand goes up.
Okay.
Go here with it. All right?
Really?
Press.
Okay.
Bridge.
Press. Complicated.
Bridge. Press.
It's gonna take me so many tries.
You got it. I will walk you through it. You got 8 reps.
Oof. Okay.
So we'll go left side. So what are some of the differences between a school setting
and a public school?
And being in somebody's house?
A school setting being in someone's house.
Yeah.
School, you have the restrictions of a specific, I'm here.
Yep, so right leg down. Right leg down. Got the bridge, left leg in the air. Good, send the hips high. Good, press, and bridge. Good, keep the hips high. Press. There you go, leave it high. Good, bridge. Good. Good. 2 more. Good. 1 more. Press. There you go, take a rest. Get you water, get you water.
Ooh, we hot.
All righty.
We're back.
We're back, we got the left side. We're gonna go B stance here with the legs on that bridge. So she's gonna be isolating her left side, which means her left foot's gonna be flat, right foot's gonna be kicked out, slight bend right here. So hips go high and the weight goes high first. There you go. 1 bridge, 1 press. Good, there's 1. Good, and fire that right hand in the air for me. There you go. 3, good. 4, there you go. 5, 3 more. 6, good. 7, good. And 8, rest it up. There you go. How we feeling? How we feeling? Flip it on over. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The pros and cons of being in somebody's house versus being in a school with a million other kids.
I think like some of the times kids, they don't know how to separate like, oh, I'm at my house, so I have to learn. They can't really sometimes make that connection. Like in their brains, they're like, home is for chill, school is for learn. Now this lady's come to my house and she wants to do alphabet with me in my house. Like, screw her, I want to watch Frozen.
So that's one of the challenges you face as being in somebody's house.
And I like just make jokes with the kids and they think it's cute. I'm like, all right, big bad wolf has come. And like, I'm fun and I make it fun and cute and silly and like, we always have a good time. But I think sometimes the transition out of like, I'm chilling at home, which is why sometimes I tell my parents, prep your kid. Like if you know I'm coming Thursday at 5, tell them, hey, Miss Casey's coming, 30 more minutes. Give them some prep so that they know what the expectation is coming. You know,
so that's advice to the parent.
Totally.
All right, we got some renegade rows here.
Yeah.
High plank, you're gonna go one side. So right hand's gonna be flat here. high plank, and just pull. Set it down each time.
Okay.
Here, set it down and reset each time. You got 8.
No problem.
8 each side, all right? So we're going renegade rows here. One of the main things you want to focus on is your waist. You don't want your waist to go side to side. So her feet are going to be a little bit wider than normal. Stack that shoulder right above the hand. There you go. So you're aiming for that pocket. Go for it. 2. There you go. 3. You got it. Halfway. Good. 6, 7, and 8. Rest. There you go. All right.
Sometimes you just have to.
Repeat that. What were you saying?
Sometimes you just have to,
Yeah,
kind
that's
of like F it.
F it. So exactly what she said. This right here, that is the sensation I like to describe to my clients as running through the wall. All right? At different points in any weight journey, in any weightlifting journey, in any changing your life journey, you will reach different walls, different plateau points where you have a choice. You can fall back to your comfort zone or whatever you've been doing in the past, or you can see that challenge as an opportunity to elevate. So one thing Casey does really well, and I think it translates well into her business and how fast it's grown, is when that hard part shows up, and you've seen it during this workout, right? She not only embraces it, she fights through. There were times when she would stop in the middle of the set, as you can see, but kept going. That is something that happens. Working out is not perfect, and I'm hoping that this video here pretty much shows you guys that. All right, you got 8 on this side. Let's go for it.
Here we go.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. And 8. Good. Rest it up. You are golden. Yeah, you get to throw weight when you're done, all right? So we're going to go for those push-ups there.
It's good to get your tension out,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about that. Let's talk about tension.
Yeah, everybody's fucking wired today. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Everybody's wired. Everybody's grinding. Everybody's working, especially 20s and 30s. We're grinding whether we got kids, we got no kids, or we got boyfriend, we got no wife. Whatever it is, we're all grinding. We're working like animals. Everybody wants money. Everybody wants success. And so because of that, we're very tense. We're tense people.
We sit around.
Even after a little drink, you're still a little tense. So instead, take it out with this.
Yeah.
Get it out of your system. Throw the weight. Slam the ball, right?
Exactly. What she's saying basically is there's many ways to cope with the hustle and bustle of a city. So we actually live in a very popular city in terms of business and entrepreneurship and just opportunities of networking and access. And it'll make you feel like, hey, if I'm not doing something every minute of the day, I'm falling behind. And that's a real feeling that I feel as a trainer, as an entrepreneur. And so that's actually a great description of it. We're all just tense. And if you don't have any methods outside of your work to really relieve that stress.
That doesn't include happy hour.
That doesn't include happy hour. Did you hear what she said? Happy hour is not a fix-all. That's really a Band-Aid over each day, all right?
Right.
You need to find some way to release that tension in your body. A lot of people in this area choose fitness, whether they have a trainer, whether they have a group class. This is a bubble of fitness area, but I will say in other areas of the country, that is not a reality.
Yeah.
So
it's not as accessible.
It's not as accessible. So I will say that is something you have to do as somebody who is working a lot. If you maybe run your own business or you work for a business that does have you doing a lot, you have to find that release point. For a lot of people like me, I use weights. So we got a little speed round.
Or pull-ups.
For the finisher. Oh yeah.
Or
She's talking about a whole lot of pull-ups I do. So we got a little speed round. Something that I like to do with Casey while we're going into our finishers, our core work. You guys don't know this, but she is a savant when it comes to Harry Potter. I think, what have you seen? Every single movie?
You saw the guy on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell him about the guy.
Wait, which one?
The guy I sent you on Instagram. Remember the guy? He was like a Harry Potter
See, she
wizard.
tried to compare it to like this other guy that knows a lot more, but I really think if she thought deep down and she didn't have 100 hours of work to do with the CEO, she'll be able to answer it.
I love Harry Potter. It's like this weird thing about me. It's okay.
So what we're gonna do, just speed round. You got a low plank, right? And I got some trivia questions.
Ready on hand.
So,
like every trainer does.
we're gonna see how many you can get to while you're in that plank. This is the speed round, this is showing, and you guys are gonna see. All right. I looked up the hardest questions I could possibly find because I'm not throwing you any freebies. Like
they have to be from the movies because I only read the first book.
Oh, it's from the movies. It's from the movies.
So because they're kind of different. All right, ready?
All right.
Tell me when to get into plank position.
We'll start on your go. In
Ready,
3,
set,
2, and 1. What are the 4 Hogwarts houses? Go.
Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw.
Wow, okay. What is the name of the pub at the entrance of Diagon Alley?
Leaky Cauldron.
Yep, I guess that's true. What position does Harry play on the Gryffindor Quidditch team?
Seeker.
Jesus Christ. What kind of pet does Harry own? What is her name?
Owl. Her name is Hedwig.
Jesus. What is the headmaster of Hogwarts when Harry arrives?
Dumbledore.
Oh, shit. Who makes the laws for the magical world?
I forget what it's called. Ministry of Magic.
That was true. Wow, okay. There we go. Wow, you got through 6 questions.
But all you Harry Potter fans out there know that those were easy, and Raine just doesn't understand. He doesn't know our kind, okay?
All right, y'all. So I guess to end out this interview, I want to give you an opportunity to just speak a message. Maybe it's to parents of kids that have special education needs. Maybe even just pitch what you have going on, anything you have going on coming up in the future that you want to talk about. So go ahead.
I think it's really important in this life, what I've learned over the last 9 months working with Raine, is that you have to be strong physically. Physically strong equals mentally strong. They have to go hand in hand. You really can't be one without the other. I don't think so. I really think physically being strong equals being mentally strong. And in that makes you a better parent, a better employee, a better husband, a better woman, right? And that's what I feel like being strong is so important. So you can really show up as your best self. I would not be able to be a CEO and manage so many families with kids who have many different needs if I wasn't physically strong. I feel like I just would burn out really quick. I wouldn't be able to handle it mentally and physically. So grateful for that, grateful to be strong.
Any advice to parents who are maybe thinking about reaching out for extra help with their kid that may not know the resources or any resources they could have that may not be specifically you?
So if you think about, okay, I have a child who is behind in school. I have a child who is struggling with academic, social, emotional skills, whatever that may be. And you want the perfect person to be able to work with your kid to help them in all those different areas. That's where you come to us. So you're going to guarantee that a specialist is coming to your home from our team, and they're going to work on those skills with your child so that you can just see them reach their greatest potential. Infinite growth, as I say.
Infinite growth.
Yeah.
I like
come
that.
to us if you need any support across the special education globe.
Hell yeah. Well,
Drizzle?
how you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling
It's
ready.
a real workout.
Happy Friday.
There it is. All right. So that was episode 2, Train with Raine. The wonderful Casey, my best friend, I will say.
Thanks,
Nice
buddy.
seeing you here.
Appreciate you.
Stay tuned for the new episodes coming up. Have a good one. I don't know how to
Every
end
little
these.
yachty.